I am with John Harper, and he has been in the industry for probably, he says 50 years, but I threw him a 50th anniversary, and that was probably 9 years
That's
ago,
about
8 years ago. He's
8 or
sitting there
9
trying
years
to
ago.
calculate. We're trying to calculate. So John is like trying to add with, but it's probably about 60 to 65
I don't
years.
have enough fingers to count.
Yeah. Well, did
So
you say, John, you were like 14 or so, 13 when you started in the industry?
very good memory. That's right. Yeah.
Well, how can I forget? Well,
Yeah.
you were told that today we're going to be talking about radio and history. As you know, I stepped away from radio back in 2019 and kind of been doing my own thing with internet, and it's been unbelievable. But what you don't know is that I talk about you a lot in the classroom,
Well,
because
thank
what
you.
started off as the radio show, the Lillian McDermott radio show, started as an interview for my company that I started in 2010. And I had gone in there. And so the reason why you're here is today, or tomorrow, actually, tomorrow is the 10th anniversary of the Lillian McDermott radio show that you started, that you had faith in, and you decided you were going to do this free. You just allowed me to just be me. You never censored me. And so I just wanted to say thank you.
Well, thank you, Lillian. First of all, you look great. It's nice being here with you.
Thank you.
And it's a delight to be able to talk about the industry, to talk about your show, what you started 10 years ago. And you were easy as far as spotting a natural talent. And I've always prided myself on being able to spot talent, to know when I've got somebody that is really going to rise to the top of the class. And you certainly did. You had just natural abilities to continue your personality on the radio, and I think the audience over the years have really enjoyed what you have done, the types of guests you brought to your show, the types of topics. It's been phenomenal. It's been fascinating to watch you grow and watch what has been happening in the Lillian McDermott show.
Well, now it's a classroom, John. It really is a place where we learn and grow
I see
together.
behind you. Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to my classroom. This is actually, I remember when I was doing radio and we started streaming, or recording and uploading, and we started doing that. And I remember you saying to me, you need to put a background behind you. It doesn't work anymore. You're not on radio only. You need to grow that aspect. And, I did. And people have asked me, how, I always often tell people that my yes is bigger than my fear. And I remember when you asked me to come into your office, the station WMEL, because you wanted to talk to me, never in a million years I thought you were going to ask me to pitch you. If I were to do a show, what would it be on? And I thought you were trying to sell me something, but I pitched it anyway. I didn't even know I was pitching. I was just telling you that if you did give me a show, this is what it would be on. Not many people have a good friend to turn to. And I wanted to be that friend. And what it started off as is certainly not what it is today. But I remember you saying, okay, then do it.
Well, over the
No
years,
strings attached.
you have been that. That's right. You have been that friend to turn to, and you've helped so many people along the way. And I just think it's been fabulous to watch the growth of yourself, Lillian McDermott, and what you've done over the past 10 years. It's been phenomenal.
Yeah, thank you, John. This really isn't about me, but I do want to thank you. I want to make this about you. I mean, I know that you had an accident yesterday, and here you are talking to me today because you're so committed to this, so much so that when people ask me, where I learned my skills, or, I said, well, I sat down with John Harper and we had Radio 101, and you basically told me, tell him your name, say the name of the guest, every 5 minutes.
Wow. You've
You,
been a great student. You've remembered all the basics, and that's what it's all about. And I'm
yeah,
sure, as I told you way back then, 10 years ago, you're going to be amazed at how many people who do talk shows don't involve those basics during an interview. Who
yeah.
are you talking to? What is the topic? Where are they from? Just the basics that the audience wants to know, whether it's radio or TV. And I'm sure you've been amazed at how many people on a national level do not do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you called it listener fatigue. You said
That's right.
people will tune in, and if they don't know who you're talking to, what you're talking about, or whatever, they'll just tune out. Radio is very fickle. But now everything has changed, John. Things are changing to more video and more. Have you found it easy for you to gravitate into a new level of normal when it comes to communication?
Yeah, of course, Lillian, I've always used the expression, I maybe have done this with you as well 10 years ago, but make a friend of change. And that's what I have done with my career, with the industry, and the aspect of having video has truly helped the industry of radio, talk shows in particular. And now with the pandemic and what has been going on with that, the video and the way we can do things online has evolved so much over the past year and a half. It's truly been amazing, all for the positive, all very good stuff.
Very good. And so John, we've tried really hard to get you on. We wanted to get you on into the classroom today, where we're celebrating the 10th anniversary later on of the Lillian McDermott radio show / classroom. And because we could not bring the Muhammad to the mountain to the Muhammad, or Muhammad to the mountain, we're doing this little pre-record because, had it not been for your ability to say, I'm not thinking about greed, I'm thinking about something else. I'm thinking about something else. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to follow my intuition. And John, I want to thank you, because had you not invited me to do that, my life wouldn't have changed. The woman who speaks to you today is not the woman you spoke to in that office with all the little cats running around. And
There's
with
one on my
mouth.
foot right now.
So, oh no. I remember living with vitamin C, going into WMEL, but I got immune, I was like, I think I'm immune to cats now because of that. I remember you used to spray the place because you knew I was coming in. So you've been very thoughtful, you've been very kind. And I just I thought that celebrating our 10-year wouldn't be the same if you weren't in it. So I don't care how we're going to stream you in or whatever, or maybe I'll encourage people to go check you out later on. But John Harper, I just want to thank you for everything that you've done for me, whether you know it or not. I know that our relationship is more of a big brother, little sister as time went on. And of course, we had our own twists and turns, but family never, ever makes issues bigger than the bond that we have. And you have truly, I've seen that with you through the years. It didn't matter who they were. You always had an opportunity to just bring them back into the fold, give them another chance. And you're a John of second chances, third chances, fourth chances. And I've learned a lot from you. And I'm really grateful for you to take this time today.
Well, it is my pleasure, Lillian McDermott, my honor to be here with you and to look forward to the next 10 years and what you're going to be able to present to the men and women who check out the Lillian McDermott. What are you calling it now? Not podcast.
No,
right?
It's a radio show. Well, actually, now we're on podcast. We're on YouTube, Facebook Live. We're on BitChute. But on podcast, we're on iTunes, Google Play Music, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Stitcher. And I think iTunes, Tune In, Link, whatever it is. But there's others.
So you're all over the place.
I'm all over the place. Look what you
all
started.
over the world. And it's really exciting, as you mentioned here at the outset of our interview, how this has grown and developed since that first day you came into WMEL radio. You were on the air for, I believe, an interview on I think it was a Saturday afternoon, wasn't it?
We started 1 hour on Saturday, then you increased me to 2 hours on Saturday. And then Dr. Laura, they kind of like overnight did not show up. They were a syndicated show. They had over, what, 250 syndicated stations?
250 radio stations, yeah.
Yeah, 250. And I texted you and I said, hey, have you been thinking about who you're going to fill this with? Because I'd like for you to consider me. And you did. And you never put the pressure on me. You never put the pressure to for the ratings or for the sponsorships or viewership. You were just excited that I was doing this. And almost like a big brother watching their little sister, you always made me feel safe. So thank you so much, John.
We thank you for that as well. We never had a problem, never had to be concerned about what you were going to say on the air. Did it violate any of company policies, any FCC policies or anything like that? You always had from day one my complete trust and confidence in the way you handled your talk show on WMEL radio. I was very proud of that.
Well, thank you, John. We've come a long way. I know that you're up to doing great things in your life. Retirement is not a word that you know in your vocabulary.
Not at all.
And you continue to grow and you look phenomenal. So thank you so much for everything that you're doing. And I'm excited that I finally get to share John Harper. He really does exist. I didn't make up this story. And so I wanted to share, this will be uploaded and so that people can see who it was that started this whole thing in me. Because of you, John, I've become a life coach. I've got workshops and do seminars, and I was on radio from Southeast Georgia all the way to South Florida because of your invitation. And I want to say, for those of you who are watching this later on, in its entirety, when you get asked for something, to do something, your yes needs to be greater than your fear. Because if I would have said to John, sorry, John, I didn't go to school for communications. I didn't learn this. He invited me, I said yes, and the rest was figured out naturally. And so if I can do it, anybody can do it. Even Cutie can do it, right?
That's right. Absolutely.
We had an alter ego named Cutie, and it all started with a happy face that John sent me, but instead of the two eyes being on the top, it was the little hashtag, and he looked like a cyclops. So he developed a whole personality, and a couple of times he went to jail, didn't he, John?
That's right. We haven't seen him lately. We have to bring him back.
Cutie is out of town. Yeah, he is out of the country. He got upset with a couple of things and just left, but I'm sure that Cutie will be coming back. He's a little cutie. He's a little cutie, and he was a rascal. Every time something went wrong at WMEL, it was Cutie's fault. So, we had a great system, and I miss the laughter, John. I miss all the things that you helped get started, but we still do the dancing. For all those people that don't know why we do the dancing, it started at the station of WMEL because people were really, really nervous, because it first started with local, and then it grew to more national, international, and now it's worldwide, of course, international, worldwide. And again, I can't say this enough. Thank you, John. I really do appreciate you and everything that you've done for myself and my family. Thank you.
My pleasure. I'm honored and delighted. And little sis, go ahead and save a seat in the back of the classroom there for me.
No. Everybody has a front row seat. This is not the Catholic Church, John, where people come and sit in the back pew. No, it is the front row seat. So I save it for all the teachers' pets. Come to the front row seat, but it's interesting that you would choose the back row. We won't go into that, but I think that, John, you're right here, because I've been waiting for you. Been waiting
Excellent.
for you. Thank you so
Excellent.
much.
Sounds
And
good.
for those of you, check out John Harper. John Harper, where can they find you?
They can go to, they can hear my talk show on WEJFradio.com. And they can hear that at 12 noon. And that's Monday through Friday.
Oh, that's why you
And
could go live with me. You couldn't even
exactly.
stop a second to be in my classroom, but it doesn't matter. Technology is so wonderful. So
Isn't it? It's
yes.
incredible.
So it's
And of course,
WEJF Radio.
yeah, and people can always reach me at my email, WMELradiojohn@gmail.com. And I'm always happy to hear from folks.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, John Harper. And I owe you a lot. So you know you
Thank
got a
you.
friend to turn to when you
Thank
need a
you,
friend.
Lillian. Okay.
Take care.